Authorities are investigating a homicide in Avondale, but authorities say it happened in the 100 block of Millie Drive.
It was August 19, 2020, when Veronica Richburg went to court to obtain a restraining order against the father of her child. She was granted the order that would be in effect until September 9th, when a hearing was scheduled for a judge to weigh in on whether it should be extended. 6 days after she was granted the order against her ex, Veronica was shot in her home. This video is to bring awareness to the injustices in our community. I mean no harm to the family and friends of the victims. All information included is public knowledge. The information included was gathered by local news outlets. Veronica Richburg was born on September 7, 1987. Veronica was a very humble, sweet, and wise young woman. Her friends, family, and clients said she was just a joy to be around. She was a lifelong resident of Jefferson Parish and graduated from East Jefferson High School. After graduating, Veronica obtained an associate's degree in medical billing and coding from Herzing University. All while becoming a thriving entrepreneur, she was great at doing hair, and because of her work ethic, skills, and long-lasting clientele, it allowed her to brand her own business as the CEO of Nola Braid Head. She also had a children's clothing company. Her life revolved around her children. In her eyes, they were her lifeline, and vice versa.
That's not right. That's not right. Mom, are you recording me? That's alright. That's alright. I always have this fight.
Veronica did everything for her kids. In the last 7 years, Veronica was in a long-term relationship with Lionel Jones. The two also had a child together. Their relationship shared its ups and downs, and it was very apparent on social media when they were going through and when they were not. It came to the point that she had enough and decided to break away from Jones. Earlier this year, about 4 months ago, she decided to move away from Jones into one of her mother's residence. According to reports, she accused Jones, who is 42 years old, of various abusive acts, including breaking the windshield of her car, shattering numerous cell phones, and damaging other property. And according to the record, she said, allegedly, he stalked my mom's house, called my phone continuous, followed me on the bridge. He calls my cell all day and night, pops up at my house unannounced, follows me, calls my mom, and continuously sends numerous text messages and goes to my friend's house unannounced. According to reports, she called the police at least 3 times in the last 2 months, but none of the calls led to an arrest. It was 6 days later after the order was granted when the police were called again.
Detectives say a woman was shot inside a home. Her father was shot in the arm and taken to a local hospital.
It was a Tuesday night around 7:10 p.m. when the man she sought to keep away barged into her home. Jones stopped by the house to drop off their son. Her mother opened the door wide enough for the boy to slip in, but she said Jones forced his way through, demanding to see her daughter. She was inside the house with a client, but he didn't care. He demanded to see her, which caused a commotion in the house. Her mother's boyfriend, Daryl Stewart, overheard the commotion and made his way to the living room. Jones immediately started shooting at Daryl, which led to wounds to the neck and both arms. Veronica then ran to hide in the bathroom, and her client dashed into a bedroom to take cover. Jones followed her and fatally shot her before returning to the living room to try to finish off Daryl. Her mother then hopped onto his back and they started tussling. Jones eventually broke away and then ran from the house and sped off in a dark colored GMC pickup truck. When responding deputies arrived to the home, they found 2 wounded victims inside. Unfortunately, she was pronounced gone at the scene. Daryl suffered non-threatening wounds and was taken to the hospital. From that day on, Jones allegedly went on the run. As of today, September 9th, 2020, he still remains at large and is wanted for first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, home invasion, obstruction of justice, and violation of protective order with a firearm. This situation has been very devastating for her family, especially her mother. She made several posts about the incident and how Jones have yet to be captured. Their son together even asked, "Why'd my dad have to do that to my mama?" Jones would face mandatory life imprisonment or perhaps the death penalty if convicted of first-degree murder. She was laid to rest this past Saturday. Relatives and friends mournfully celebrated what would have been her 33rd birthday that Monday. The sheriff's office asked if anyone with any information on Jones' whereabouts to call the agency. I will have all the information down below in the description. Tipsters may be eligible for a cash reward. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I apologize about the limited information. Only 2 articles and 1 TV broadcast have been done on her case, and this is even with the alleged suspect being on the run. I love you guys. Please be safe. Please pray for her friends and her families, and please do not give to any GoFundMe accounts with this case. Her mother made it very clear to the public, please do not give to any accounts. Everything was paid for on their behalf. Please be respectful in the comments. I love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.